Hello and welcome back to Chaos Rift with the Elite Guide. We are part 3 and finally leaving the damn hangar. Sorry, we had to cover the basics first, and I know it's pretty boring, but we need to get somewhere now. I'm controlling with the HOTUS. Welcome to Lost in Orbital, guys. Alright, the first thing is taking off. I strafe up. You don't have to, but it's kind of better. The ships turn really slowly this way. Doesn't matter which ship you have, they all suck. They're better at up and down, or whatever it's called, pitch. Yeah, I know, I've been doing this for years and I still don't understand pitch, yaw, whatever, roll, well, roll, duh. Pitch. Yeah, I'm just joking. Anyways. So then don't forget to raise your landing gear. Big thing. So push the landing gear button.
Landing gear retracted.
Look around. Woo, pretty. Woo. Vertigo. Let's go. I remember there's 2 flight modes in this game. There's assisted flight mode, which is what we're on now. I'm just turning around. Now these ships do slow down. I mean, do turn pretty slowly. So the blue on the little control over here, down on the throttle thing right there. The blue is like the sweet zone. That's when your ship's handling is the best. You want to keep it there. Later on, when you're approaching planets and stuff, you want to keep it right in the blue, and it keeps your speed consistent, so the gravitational force doesn't suck you in, and you have to do these weird maneuvers. It's a lot of fun, though. Then you turn off assist. Boom. Assist off. If you just touch something, now look, no hands. Oh, I'm still floating. Oh, I'm still floating. I'm still floating. Okay. Turn assist on. Boom. The ship stops. Right. Real easy, right? So boom. Boom. You float. Now you just gotta counter it. It's a little difficult. Doesn't always work, right? If you pull up and then let it float, it's never gonna stop. You're gonna spin forever. So you want to kind of counter that with your motions. Keep your motions smooth and concise, and you'll kind of be able to fly the ship. So now, I'm not really good about this flying thing, so you want your thrust to basically line up with where you're going. I don't use assist off completely, mostly because I'm used to the old flight mechanics. And here we go. And you gotta kind of reverse your thrust, and you gotta adjust your yaws and stuff. It's good for like if you want to do a maneuver, quick maneuver, and you turn it off. And you go boom, and you can do this, up, and then fly up, maneuver faster a little bit, you know. But however you want to do it. If you're trying to escape, you want to boost, turn it off, and just go. Your ship does slow down a little bit, but yeah, not as much. Practice with that. I'm not going to go too far into it because I don't fly with flight assist off. Too much criticism of my colleagues. Hit 1. Let's go to somewhere fun. I forgot there's no nav beacon there. Alright, let's go to a planet to land. And then we'll quit there. So I want to go to this medium security place. 5,000's away. Don't worry, you won't have to suffer through the whole hyperdrive thing. So you target, you aim, and you go.
Frameshift Drive charging.
Make sure your mast locked is off, which is the blue light on the bottom right under the fuel.
1. Engage.
Now, while we're in cruise, let's just quickly cover power management. You have system, which is like your shields and other systems that you're kind of critical for running your ship. You have engine, which the more power you put into it, the faster your ship goes and maneuvers. It's critical if you want to escape. And you have weapons. Energy weapons require more energy. So, and your power distributor also controls all that stuff. The better the power distributor you have, the faster things recharge, the more energy is for each thing. And it distributes amongst the three better. Shield recharge is very important. So if you're low on shields and you want to escape, balance your stuff out like this or like this. You don't need weapons when you're running away. That's balanced. Normally I fly. I'm partial to all weapons and some engine when I'm fighting. And when I start taking damage, I balance it off to system, weapons, and leave my engines empty. It's all personal preference, how you want to deal with it. And we're going to cut here, and I'll see you at Edwards, the planet. Hello everybody, I'm back. So now we're approaching the planet. Now we got to keep, we went from full throttle to kind of like just a little slightly under the blue. This allows us to gradually decrease our speed and stay within the system. You also need a little micro adjustments as you go further and further towards it, closer to the system. We are now 2 light seconds away, but we're not traveling at the speed of light. We're just under it, well, 0.1. And as now we are approaching the planet and our landing destination, it went occluded, which means it's on the other side of the planet. So we have to just adjust our ship, slow down a little bit more. I'm probably going a little too fast in here. Whatever. It's a sidewinder. As you get closer to a landable planet, you enter this cruise automatically. Now, to really cruise around the planet, you want it right here in the blue sweet spot of 0. You're not gaining, you're not losing altitude. You are hovering the horizon over the horizon, right? When you get to about 800 or so kilometers away from your destination, it's going to come to a point where you're overshooting it. So you want to start aiming towards it. In the ship, you'll see on the right, the OC is kind of like off out of orbit. The DRP is kind of like near where, I don't know what it means. I just know that it is something else. Who cares? 30 kilometers away is kind of like you're in the orbit area. And then 2 kilometers is where your surface is. This is where you kind of drop from orbital cruise. Okay, DRP means drop from orbital cruise and into glide mode. Their acronyms are weird. So see that bottom one that says surf? We're gliding. The ship is basically doing all this on its own. I haven't touched the damn control yet. Except now I gotta do a little micro adjustments. Just a few. Now this is the scary part. But it's leaving glide on its own. Don't touch anything. Because it almost feels like because you're almost like, 4 kilometers from the surface. You're like seeing this thing come towards you and you're like, oh my god, I'm going to crash. Relax. We're still 4 km up. Time to full throttle it. Give it some boost. So we're 3 kilometers or 3.5 kilometers above the surface of the planet. We are 10 away from Edwards Enterprise, which is not a place we can actually land. So I'm gonna just kind of go closer. Now, I just went over basic flight controls earlier in the video. There's not much to flight. If it depends on how your preferences are. I'm not an assist off kind of person. You can turn assist off if you want. Probably on a planet is a bad idea. Let's live dangerously. It is elite dangerous. Whoops. Yeah, actually, this is bad. Yeah, okay, forget that. I just started dropping like a rock. Yeah, bad idea. Okay, especially when you're 200 meters above the surface, right? We're gonna land just outside here.
Landing gear deployed.
So I came to basically a stop. Now I'm slowly lowering my ship. I wonder what happens if I turn off assist. Yeah, see, I'm dropping like a rock now.
Flight assist on.
Okay. It was fun. Whoops. Oh, alignment's okay. Basically, that's how you land. Alright, on a planet. Get out of your SRV. I already did a video on how to scavenge resources here for synthesis. If you want to launch, basically hold up. With strafing engines up. Boom, take off. Gear up. Oh. See how that is a little insufficient power in the capacitor? Yeah, that's because I didn't have any power going to engines. But that's it. Woo! Okay. That was fun. Combat will be one of the other videos. Aim up. Get yourself above 2 km. Go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Line with the escape vector.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
Congratulations, you have just gone to the planet's surface and left it. Next video will now cover docking in the various types of stations. Thank you for watching. Have a great one, and always, please subscribe. Please leave comments, criticism, advice, what I did wrong, what I did right. I value your advice. It only makes these videos in the long term better. I learned a lot already from the community. Great community out there. And TrackIR, I highly recommend it for Elite. Or some kind of facial tracking. And I started with a camera, and that didn't work to my needs. My face is weird. Anyways. I know. Thank you! Oh, sad goodbye.